720 seconds. That is the amount of time it took for the gunman at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut to enter the building and kill 20 students and 6 adults. Schultz explains that this massacre is the second deadliest school-based shooting in U.S. history. One man was able to do that much damage all because of the fact that he got his hands on a gun. Gun control laws should be stricter because less gun deaths would occur, mass shootings would go down, and Americans would feel safe not knowing everyone can own a gun. Most Americans don't realize the actual number of firearm deaths that happen in America each and every year. The United States leads industrialized countries with the highest number and rates of firearms deaths. Today, firearm deaths are among the top 10 leading causes of deaths each year. Approximately 34,000 deaths each year are connected with firearms. Firearm mortality mainly occurs among the ages of 17 to 25 years and accounts for 80% of all homicides and 45% of suicides. It is truly sad that 34,000 deaths each year are due to the misuse of firearms. Most of the deaths resulted from mistreating the gun and not knowing how to properly handle it. Because of the fact that some people abuse the way they handle the gun leads me to my next point. Schools, movie theaters, and clubs are all targets for mass shootings. A mass shooting is defined as a single shooting incident which kills or injures 4 or more people, including the assailant. Around the time of Sandy Hook Massacre, Americans would tune into their local news channel each and every night after work just to be informed that another school shooting has occurred. And it wasn't just once. It was repeated over and over again. Since 2006, there have been more than 200 mass killings in the United States. There are many factors that can contribute to a mass shooting. For instance, a job loss, a breakup, and financial ruin can all lead to one taking out the hurt and going to kill others. And the shooters most of the time don't leave the scene alive. USA Today states that about 1 in 4 mass killers don't leave the scene alive. The toughest part is that mass shootings still take place, especially in schools. ABC News reports that there have been 31 school shootings in the U.S. since Columbine in 1999. In 2015, there were 372 mass shootings in the U.S., killing 475 people. This number tends to be close each year, and yet people don't know what to do and how to stop them. Lastly, it is more popular to see your everyday person own a gun in the Midwest, but maybe not so much in the bigger cities. USA Today states that overall, Americans own an estimated 265 million guns, more than 1 gun for every American adult. Unfortunately, most of the guns used in mass shootings are legally owned. Elizabeth Chuck explains that 82% of weapons used in mass shootings over the last 3 decades have been bought legally. It is still unsettling knowing that 28% of gun ownership is illegal. Luckily, there is a process to legally own a gun. This process is called the Brady Law. The Brady Law requires the background checks for individuals before they can purchase a gun. There are still ways that people can get their hands on a gun, but it is still pleasing to know that there is a process so not everyone can own a gun. In conclusion, I have no reason to believe that guns should be completely outlawed, but I do believe there should be stricter gun rules to own a gun. Too many people die each year from gun violence. Mass shootings happen too often, and Americans don't always feel safe. Gun control laws should be stricter because less violence would be reported, mass shootings would go down, and so Americans can feel safe knowing not everyone can own a gun.